دكتور حسام عمر، استشاري جراحة وإعادة بناء الثدي، زميل كلية الجراحين الملكية بإنجلترا. آخر مريضة تعاملنا معها هي مريضة جاية من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، وعملنا لها عملية والحمد لله تكللت بالنجاح، والمريضة كانت سعيدة جدا بالخدمة اللي تقدمت لها في Global Medical City.
What were some of the things you were a bit worried about before deciding on the surgery? Quite honestly, I don't worry very much about anything at all. So I can't recall really being worried. It was probably more a matter of deciding personally whether I was going to do this. So worry, I don't think I was worried about much of anything. What led you to choose Egypt to proceed for your surgery care? I find that I love coming to Egypt. I came to Egypt, I think, the first time probably 3.5 years ago, and I just seem to keep coming back, and I have good friends here. This part of the world is kind of the cradle of civilization. The Egyptians were pioneering medical care at the dawn of civilization. So I feel of anyone that is qualified to provide medical care, the Egyptians should have it. When you reached us at Macrocare, what were your expectations? How did Macrocare support the procedure and facilitate the service? Macrocare was available about anything, and actually initiated contact to be sure to ask if I had any questions. Basically, they supported every step or every aspect of the way.
أنا كنت خارج جمهورية مصر العربية أكتر من 20 سنة. اشتغلت في مستشفيات في السعودية، وآخر فترة ليا كانت في مستشفى تعتبر من أحسن وأفخم المستشفيات في المملكة العربية السعودية. ولما رجعت مصر كان ليا الشرف ان انا ابقى احد الستاف او احد فريق العمل في مستشفى جلوبال ميديكال سيتي. الحقيقه ما لقيتش فرق كبير بين الامكانيات والفريق الطبي والقدرات البشريه اللي موجوده في مستشفى جلوبال ميديكال سيتي عن المستشفيات الموجوده، الاحسن المستشفيات الموجوده في الشرق الاوسط، من التكنولوجيا الموجوده، من الاجهزه المتقدمه، الكوادر البشرية والدرجات العلمية والزملاء على أعلى مستوى.
Before my journey, how could I share my expectations before coming to Egypt and how the experience matched up? Well, I've been to Egypt a number of times before, and I've always found it magical, and it was magical this time as well, I guess. My expectations. Yeah, I've always enjoyed coming to Egypt, so I wasn't surprised, because I am surprised. The first time I came to Egypt, I expected to come once and fulfill a dream destination, but I assumed it would be the only time, and now it's, I don't know, 8 times, something like that. Were there any aspects of your care in Egypt that pleasantly surprised me? Yes, my nurse was a delight. Really everyone was. But my nurse was, the first time she was caring for someone in the English language. That's remarkable. She had also been only nursing for 3 months. She was so remarkable. So that was a lovely surprise. I don't know, I think I had high expectations and they were all met, so I wasn't surprised my high expectations were met. How do you think healthcare services you received compared to what others might expect back in the States? Not that much different in professional aspect, and yet very much different in some aspects. The professionalism, the competence, the hospital experience actually was better. My room, I was in a very nice, comfortable room, and it was quiet. In every US hospital I've been in, it's noisy. I don't know what else I would say about that. It was different in some ways, yes, but I can't pick out anything, I guess, that I want to specify on that. It certainly did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. Walking into Global Medical City, what were my first thoughts? The team and the tech. It looked pretty much like any other medical center I've walked into, and I've walked into a bunch in the United States. Very, very nice, very comfortable, very clean, very, very nice, very welcoming, very professional. Anybody from the US would be very comfortable walking in. Tell us about my chats with Dr. Hossam Omar. How was his experience and manner? This is interesting. I consulted with my doctor at home before I proceeded with this surgery. And initially she expressed an amount of caution or concern. And so then I described Dr. Hossam Omar to her and explained who he was, what he did, where I was doing this. And she just looked at me and she said, I think you have found the right surgeon. And she was immediately on board. She said, I'm 100%. She did everything as far as the testing and the pre-op that Dr. Hossam Omar wanted. But that I guess did make me feel really good. She said, it sounds like you found the right doctor. So that was kind of nice to have that from her to tell me that.
كانت على تواصل معايا من وهي في أمريكا. المستشفى وفرت لنا طرق التواصل معاها وكنا على تواصل دايم معاها وبالفحوصات ما قبل العملية وشرح الحالة الصحية لها والطبيب المشرف على علاجها في أمريكا وهي موجودة هنا. شفناها طبعا في العيادة الخارجية وشرحنا لها العملية وإيه السايد افكت والاكسبكتد كومبليكيشن والسكسس ريت. عملنا العملية الحمد لله والمريضة قعدت في المستشفى 24 hours وخرجت تاني يوم.
What surprised me most about my medical care in Egypt? Initially, I was drawing a blank on this one. And then I remember when I walked into my hospital room, very spacious, very comfortable, with a balcony. I have never been in a hospital room with a balcony that overlooked a garden. It was delightful. How accessible is our healthcare services in Egypt? At home, initially I had done a consult for this surgery at my home. And to get into a surgeon for the initial consult, they were booking at least 6 months out. Meaning if I called today, my initial consult with my surgeon, potential surgeon, was 6 months from the day of my phone call. I had my surgery done within probably 3 months, and the only reason it was that long is because because of my travel plans. It was, the accessibility here is incredible. I am totally not sure how it is done because we don't seem to figure out how to manage it in the United States. It's amazing. Cost effectiveness. There's no comparison, basically. The prescriptions that I left, when I left the hospital, the antibody, and there was 2 other prescriptions that I needed to take for a week. I think the total cost was approximately $10 US. I don't know if I could have gotten into a pharmacy for $10 in the United States. Really, there's no comparison. I'm sure my initial consult with a surgeon there, I think I was quoted, I forgot how much it is. The cost effectiveness, true, you must factor in travel, even factoring in travel. Yeah, come to Egypt, have a fabulous one-in-a-lifetime vacation. Enjoy the incredible food, enjoy the ambiance, enjoy the incredible Egyptian people. Do all of that, have your medical care. You're still going home thousands of dollars ahead. A scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied with my health care in Egypt? Totally satisfied. What factors influenced my rating? I'm drawing a blank, everything. Yeah, I'm totally satisfied. The doctors, the support staff, Macrocare, the Egyptian people as a whole, the food. Pitch to Americans thinking about Egypt for medical care. As I say, come to Egypt, have a fabulous one-in-a-lifetime vacation, enjoy the cradle of civilization, the pyramids, the everything, and still come out many dollars ahead. Final message I would like to give to those considering Egypt for their healthcare needs. From my experience, don't hesitate, just go for it.
ماكروكير, we care for you in Egypt.